Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a really powerful story about money, freedom, and a pretty surprising definition of what it actually means to be wealthy. So, let's just start with a big question, one that gets right to the heart of this whole thing. We all have this idea of what being rich looks like, right? Flashy cars, big houses. But what if that's not it at all? What if we've been looking at it all wrong? To dig into that, let's meet our guy, Armin. He's a school teacher, and he has a dream that's probably going to sound pretty familiar to a lot of us. Yeah, for Armin, money was the answer. It meant power, it meant comfort, it meant respect. He was caught in that classic cycle, chasing more, always feeling like he was just a little bit behind, and never ever feeling like he had enough. And here's the trap he fell right into. You know how it goes. You get a raise, you feel great for a second, and then poof, your spending just magically grows to match it. Every single extra bit of money just seemed to disappear, leaving him right back where he started. It is so frustrating, and so many of us have been there. Okay, so this is where everything starts to shift for Armin. It all kicks off with a chance meeting he has at his school with a wealthy and surprisingly wise businessman named Mr. Saeed. Mr. Saeed gives Armin this one single piece of advice, and it's really the core idea of our whole story today. Think about that for a second. Getting rich takes skill, but staying rich, that takes behavior. It's not just about what you can make, it's about how you act to keep it. And this slide just lays it out so perfectly. Getting rich is often about the hustle, right? Earning more, taking risks. It's focused on visible success. But staying rich, that's a whole different game. It's about your behavior, your temperament. The focus is on keeping what you have, and the goal isn't something you can show off. It's invisible. It's peace of mind. So, okay, what does this behavior of wealth actually look like in real life? Well, Mr. Saeed shows Arman that it's a much quieter, less flashy path than he ever could have imagined. He taught Armin that the kind of wealth that lasts is built on these quiet, consistent habits. It's having the patience to not sell everything when the market gets scary. It's having the humility to not immediately buy a bigger house the second you get a bonus. And, maybe most importantly, it's having the wisdom to know when enough is actually enough. And this is such a huge point. Real wealth, the kind that gives you freedom, is often completely invisible. It's not the new phone or the fancy vacation. It's all the stuff happening behind the scenes. The savings account that's slowly growing, the disciplined investments, the day in, day out consistency. So this whole realization, it doesn't just change Arman's habits. It triggers this massive shift in how he understands the whole point of money in the first place. This right here, this is the big aha moment. The single greatest thing money can buy for you isn't more stuff. It's more time. It's the freedom to wake up and decide what you want to do with your day. That's the real prize. So he goes home that night, he pulls out his notebook, and he writes down this whole new definition of wealth for himself, completely reframing his entire life's goal. He stops chasing illusions and starts building something real. And this timeline just shows you the power of that quiet consistency. For years, as Arman was saving, you can imagine his friends were probably like, "Dude, why aren't you getting a new car? Why don't you have the latest gadgets?" But he was playing a different game, a much longer game. And after a decade of just sticking with it, that game paid off big time, with true financial freedom. So this whole journey brings us right to the story's final and maybe most powerful lesson about what wealth is really for. We get so mixed up about the purpose of money. The illusion is that it's all about greed and luxury. But the reality, the real power of money, is that it's the key to liberty. It's about gaining control over your own life, your own schedule, your own choices. This beautiful closing thought just sums it all up, doesn't it? True wealth isn't measured by the size of your bank account, but by your level of autonomy. It's that peace of mind you get from knowing you and no one else are in control of your time and your future. And so that brings it all back to you. It's a powerful question to really think about. Take a look at your own financial life and just ask yourself, what is my money really buying me? Is it just a collection of things? Or is it buying me a life of freedom?